Alright, so the second video that I'm putting out right now, I actually remembered it was the 30 Basic Human Rights plan that I had. So, I guess number 2 on the 30 Basic Human Rights basically sums up to be no discrimination. So, the no discrimination aspect is you can't discriminate against anyone for anything. Honestly, that's the way I feel that the no discrimination part of it reads. So, everybody has the same rights, the same beliefs, same everything as the next person beside them. So, when I look at no discrimination, I look at the way that it's being read. The way it's being read, yeah, it's a little more lengthy, but basically it's no discrimination. So, what I think about when I think about that is if you look at it from the right side to the left, we're being discriminated against because we support Trump. We are, in my case, white, even though a lot of people are unaware of my history and unaware that I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. I was the only white kid going to a damn near an all-black school. My ex-wife is black. I hung out in the black community so much and knew a lot of the dealers. So obviously, that automatically means I must be racist because I'm white. So you see the problem. There's discrimination coming from the left to the right. That actually exists, but the right's not innocent. So let's take a look back at, like, for instance, Marilyn Manson, ICP, and some of that stuff that had happened. They was back in early 2000s, late 90s, that kind of stuff. The right was against a lot of this stuff because it was anti-Christian. So you have to take into consideration the right isn't innocent as well. So, now granted, we never faulted anyone because of their color or skin. Well, I guess you could make the argument for some of the racist white people, and I'll give you that. There's definitely a bit of them out there. You don't see them that often, but they exist. But they typically are Democratic. So, but I know you don't want to hear that. So, basically what it boils down to is neither side's innocent in the matter. We're not innocent on either side of the aisle with this. So, that's why I'm having to take a look at this and start breaking this down the way I see it. As far as I'm concerned, if a person, look at me in my case, I'm a Trump Republican, but I'm also an ICP fan and a juggalo. So, take it for what it is. You can be multiple things. You can be, guess what? I like certain things Democrats do. I like certain things Republicans do. So, it's a middle of the aisle kind of situation where you need to honestly step back and take a look at it and look at it in a non-discriminatory factor. That everybody is entitled to the same rights and the same freedoms, their own beliefs, all that. you're all entitled to the same thing, and you can't be discriminated against for that. Someone has nose piercings and stuff, as far as I'm concerned, you know, they could be completely tatted up and nose ringed out and all this different stuff, and that shouldn't affect what happens in their life and what they're going through and what their positions are and all this different. None of that should play a factor. It strictly is saying that discrimination is wrong. Of any form, of any fashion. Any form of any fashion, discrimination is wrong. I don't agree with Antifa, and I don't like Antifa. But it doesn't mean the people in there are necessarily bad. And yeah, I personally think they're a bunch of idiots, but I'm not going to hold that against them. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they could be a good person. So you got to look at it in a sense of each individual person and look at the person. Not even just what they're wearing or what they're doing or any of that stuff. You got to look at the person. When I looked at Trump, I look at what Trump did. Yeah, Trump tweeted a whole crap ton of stuff and people didn't like it, but what he did is that as president, outstanding. Outstanding. I mean, come on. He was challenging the system. He was actually bringing a lot of new fresh ideas and stuff. He was reaching out across the aisle to people like Lil Wayne and Ice Cube, which no freaking president had ever done like that. I'm not even sure. But I guess Democrats have talked to him, but you don't see Republicans doing that. So you have to take a look at everything. And like I said, it strictly is talking about no discrimination at all. It doesn't care what side of the aisle it is. It's talking about no discrimination. So you have to just